Welcome, race fans. Tonight, SMRL back here at Las Vegas with the Gen 6s. This is going to be an exciting race. I got to welcome my good old buddy here, Scott Brinson, in the booth. Welcome, Scott.
Hey Rudy, how you doing, buddy? I'm actually here just early for a couple minutes. I'm gonna have to step away for just a minute here in a second.
10-4. That's good. That's good.
I wanted to come in early though because I got a surprise for you tonight. We're gonna have a third in the booth with us, if that's okay with you.
It's fine. Who would that be?
Captain Kirk. He wants to come join us in the booth.
Hey, that'll work.
He's actually right up there. I'll drag him down with us.
Captain
Kirk.
Well, that was perfect.
What's happening, buddy?
Not much. Just I'm really sick. Just trying to get over that. But I did a lot of pain meds, so I'm feeling better than I have all day. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Not too shabby.
That's good. Is my mic appropriate volume? Okay.
Yep.
I don't want to be really loud over you guys or anything.
No, you're good.
Cool. I haven't done this commentating stuff in 3 years, so.
Oh, welcome back, man.
Thanks, bud.
Are you in the server?
I'm waiting to be accepted, but I did submit an application to Paul Zota.
He accepted it. I forgot to
Oh, he
tell
did?
you that.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll join. It wasn't refreshing. It kept saying it was pending.
You might want to go in under the watch tab.
Okay.
It doesn't. I guess it really doesn't matter. It's not a full server or anything,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it don't make a difference tonight. There's only 20 something in there tonight.
yeah.
Just to be safe, I'll do it.
Well, 4 minutes away from qualifying, and Captain Kirk, William Kirk, in the booth with us. Wow, this is going to be awesome. 3 of us just kind of watch so we don't step all over each other. Scott and I have been doing this together for quite some time, William, and you know, we still do it quite a bit, but we overcome it. You know.
I didn't realize qualifying was starting soon. I thought we still had a few more minutes.
Well, we got about 3.5 minutes here. 3 minutes 40 seconds.
Let me go take care of what I got to take care of real quick, and I'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Roger that. Well, a big shout out to iRacing for allowing us to broadcast up on the iRacing portal. I did not check to see if we are on the portal, but we should be. And special thank you to Jack Davidson for all the behind-scenes work he does to make sure that all gets squared and keeps everything focused on that. So thanks to Jack for all he does for us. So thank you, Jack.
So what's kind of the points looking like in this league? Who are the top 5? Are you aware of that?
No, I am not. And I believe if you click on the SMRL logo here in TeamSpeak, it should take you to their website, I believe. If you want to go look it up, you can.
Alrighty.
Scott usually does all that. He's a good in the booth with me, I gotta say, man. He rocks. He knows he's got it all down pat. He knows what we do and when we do it and how we do it. And you know, he's just he really rocks. Him and Jeff Dotson have got it worked out good. So
Oh yeah, Scott's. I remember whenever you first broadcasted with him, he really struck me as just like very natural with it. He was very good, and you and him definitely made a good pair. So I was really glad that he was able to come on board. Now I know him really well, so it's really cool.
yeah, there was a couple of things that I wanted him to change, and he did it. Took him about 2 or 3 weeks to do it, and man, we just ever since then, him and I have just clicked together. So it's really good to have him in the booth. I'm still trying to log in on my other computer, and boy, it's taking forever to log into iRacing.
Yeah, iRacing is really slow for me too. I don't think it's just you. I think they're just having a lot of lag right now for some reason.
Well, they're probably getting ready for the new build coming up next week. So, you know, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes work going on that we don't even know about, you know, getting in preparation for this. I'm sure they're, you know, not just not just us that's excited about it. I think they're pretty excited about it too by reading some of the posts that they put on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. I think they're just as excited about this new build as we are. So it's going to be really cool to have DirectX 11, which is going to be a game changer. I think it's going to make a big difference on the broadcasts mainly. And I think it's going to improve a lot of people's settings in iRacing here for their frames. You know, everybody's so worried about their frames. I don't know why anybody would worry about having 220 frames per second when technically your eye can't see any more than about 60 or 70. But, you know, whatever. But you know, some guys are pretty adamant about that. You know, if they're not running 220 frames, man, it's like something's wrong with their computer, you know?
I think, yeah, I think it's just kind of a shock because a lot of these guys put in so much money in their equipment and their computers, and they're like, "Oh, I should be running 300 frames per second," and then they don't see that. And then they think, "Oh, I'm getting ripped for my money because of iRacing's frames or whatever." I agree with you. I think you like, 60 or 70 is really all you need, but I don't know. I feel like people that don't really get that see their frame loss and think, "Oh, I'm getting gypped out of my money because iRacing's graphics aren't working properly." But I really don't know. But that's kind of would be my guess as to why it's so worrisome for a lot of people.
All right. Okay, well, William, we're going to step away real quick here and play our national anthem, and we'll be right back.
Guys.
And now, the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engine!
The problem at Watkins Glen in any car, I feel like.
Okay, we're back, guys.
All right.
Get this going.
Looks like open qualifying tonight, huh, buddy?
Yes, sir. I believe there was a rule change on that. I don't have it in front of me right now, but there was a rule change about having open qualifying on a few of the races. So, yeah, I believe this is one of the races that there is an open qualifying on.
Well, Rudy, since I didn't get a chance to do it in practice because of my late arrival, and I apologize for that, let's go over the points real quick. After 2 races, Joshua Soucy is your points leader with 91 points. He's got a 13-point lead over Brad Hicks, who's in 2nd place. Paul Zoda's in 3rd. Lyman Vanderweg 4th. Lupe Gonzalez 5th. Josh Bonwell 6th. Eric, is it Borelli?
Yeah, Borelli.
Eric Borelli is 7th. Anthony Cianci 8th. Ryan Gemmel 9th, and Seth Hatchell. And actually, we got a 3-way tie for 3rd. Seth Hatchell, Billy Howard, and Craig Sykes round out your top 10.
Very good.
It's actually your top. It's actually your top 12, but that's the top 10.
Yeah, William was just asking there before we went to the break there to play the national anthem about the points, and I told him that usually you handled that, but I believe if you click on the logo here in TeamSpeak, doesn't that take you to their website?
I don't know. Let's try it. I've never done it before.
Yeah, I never have either.
The answer is yes. The answer is yes.
Okay.
I just tried it.
Okay. I know most everybody that does have a logo on their TeamSpeak usually has it tied to their website, so that does make it a lot easier, you know. But I can't do that right now. If I would have done it beforehand, then you know, it would have been all right. But I can't do it right now.
Well, Rudy, I guess we'll let it slide this one time, but I better not see it again.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Wait,
You're welcome.
Wait, am I taking you to their webpage? Because I'm getting an error.
Really? Oh, yeah, it didn't work because I had to go back and find it in history. It tries to take you there, but I think they just don't have the right thing set up for it.
I think he changed the website, and maybe he didn't change that link in there. That's all. Yeah, I think that's what happened. He changed the website. So I'll have to ask him about that afterward. But yeah, I don't know. Did you all see the yellow stripe across the top of iRacing to see if we were on the portal? Because I don't have very many.
We are on the portal. I did see it.
Only 10 viewers in there right now. But that'll grow here as caution, you know, or not caution. Yeah, as caution. As qualifying gets done here. We got about 5 minutes left of qualifying. And a couple new paint jobs out there tonight, Scott. We got, let's see, who was that was telling me? Josh Sousey with a brand new paint job on his car. If you check out his paint job, let me see if I can find him here. Josh Sousey, our points leader. And
yeah, I think iRacing is experiencing a little bit of delay right now.
Yeah, it's extremely slow for me. I can't even get back into the watch tab.
And I'm trying to think of who the other one was. Craig Sykes. Yeah, Craig Sykes is the one. He's got a brand new paint job on his car tonight, and it's all MaxSpeedTV. That's pretty cool.
Right on. Thanks for reminding me. I'll have to hit my Control R here.
Yes, sir. Make sure you do that to make sure that you got. We were talking about the same color of paints. These guys, you know, they spend a lot of hours on their paint jobs. Now, I noticed a guy last night in your race was telling about a paint job that he had done. He had 40 hours into painting that car. So
that's insane. Who was that?
Gosh, I don't. Glockner?
No, that wasn't my league. Glockner doesn't race in Top Fuel.
Well, remember he applied, and you told me to accept him, and I didn't. I ignored him, and you said you'd take care of it, and he come in there.
Glockner didn't apply.
Okay.
Not Jeff Glockner.
Okay.
There was another dude.
I think I know who you're talking about. His name was similar to Glockner.
Goke.
But anyway,
Jonathan Goke.
There you go.
Okay, I'm sorry, my bad. I knew it was something like that.
I accepted Jonathan.
Yeah. Well, it was it was him that was telling about his paint job. He had 40 hours in that paint job on that Indy car.
That's insane. Yeah, I've raced with Goke many times in the fixed series. He's pretty good.
Yes, he is. Very good.
He's solid. He usually wins just about every race I see him in. So.
Well, coming down to 2.5 minutes of qualifying here, we will be onto the grid. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited about getting back into more. You know, last night's race was fun and exciting and good to watch. I loved Watkins Glen. But tonight, another night here and back to the ovals and with a powerhouse car like Gen 6. William, can you tell us a little bit about the Gen 6 cars?
The Gen 6 cars, they're a lot of fun, but they have a lot of horsepower, and especially with iRacing setups, it leads to a lot of instability, especially on the exit of the corners. It's kind of like the low aero package that NASCAR is dealing with currently in real life. They're very fun, they're very fast, but they also like to wiggle a lot in the entrance, in the middle, and the exit of corners. So, especially at a track like Las Vegas, it's very bumpy. It really is going to come down to who's the best wheelman, which will make this race very entertaining, I think. And the best will win here. I don't think anyone's going to be able to luck out on strategy or something unless it comes down to it. But this is going to be a driver's race, so it's going to be very, very fun to watch.
Very cool.
And just to add on that, tires are going to be extremely important tonight.
Yep,
and it'll be the guy
exactly.
that takes care of his tires the best that's going to have the best chance to win this race. Vegas is notorious for chewing up tires.
Yeah, about like Atlanta is.
Yep.
And it's it's a fun 1.5-mile track, but boy, it's very abrasive surface and just
Like a
grinds
cheese
them.
grinder.
Yeah, just grinds that rubber right off. And you'll see later on as these guys keep turning more and more laps too, there'll be a lot more buildup on them in them turns with the new dynamic track. You'll see that rubber laying up there on that upper side.
Yeah, and just looking at the temperature here, the temperatures are actually pretty cool, so that shouldn't be too big of a problem. If the temperatures were higher, the track would get really slick at that point. But it's 69 degrees here tonight. Track temperature is 83 degrees, so we should be good as far as that goes.
Yeah, Rudy, I think I know why you don't have a whole lot of viewers. iRacing isn't even letting me onto the site, so
Yeah,
that's going to
iRacing
be
is down right now.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's not
Whoever's
even letting
in.
me in.
Well, just hang tight, Kirk.
Yeah, it doesn't say it's down for maintenance, just that it's experiencing delays. So in a few minutes,
Yeah.
hopefully it's all fixed. I mean, yeah, but I'm not even in the race because I can't load into iRacing. So you guys might want to do that until I can get in.
Okay, never mind then. Scott and I are used to it. We got it.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
All right, looks like
Well, that's going to do it for qualifying. Yep.
Here we go.
Whaley's the pole sitter. Tyler Whaley beats out David Harvey.
And man, that's really odd because Harvey was so fast in practice, but a couple guys to keep an eye out for: Harvey, Gonzalez, and watch out for Seth Hatchell. Seth Hatchell will be up there.
Tell you what, tough break for Mike Mahoney. He just fell through, and he may not be able to get back in before this thing starts.
Oh no!
Man.
All right, well, let's run down through the order here. Starting on the pole, Tyler Whaley with a 28.578. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. David Harvey will start on the outside of the front row. One of the Pennsylvania brother there. Craig Sykes will start third. Joshua Sousey, our points leader, in fourth place. Nathan Miller starting fifth. Josh Bonwell in sixth. Jeffrey Smith seventh. Seth Hatchell eighth. Tony Gray ninth. And Brad Hicks rounds out the top 10. Scott?
Randy McCanny will start 11th. Lupe Gonzalez 12th. Chris Wood 13th. Lyman Vanderweg will start 14th. Blake Haynes 15th. Roger Moyer Jr. 16th. Paul Zoda starts 17th tonight. Ryan Gamble will start next to him in 18th. William Lee 19th. And Josh Mayu rounds out the top 20.
All right, Richard Sudeth will start 21st. Jeff Glockner 22nd. Eric Borelli in 23rd. Anthony Cianci clear back in 24th position. Joey Lamb starting 26th. If he's in there, I'm not really too sure. And Mike Mahoney, we're waiting to see if he does make it to the grid here. Will be starting shotgun position in 27th place.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it back in. I think he's going to miss the start of the race, which is unfortunate for him. We're ready to go racing here in Vegas, Rudy. Sin City.
Yes, sir.
You know what they say, Rudy? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yes, it does.
Especially if you want to stay married.
The gambling town.
Except that trophy. One of these lucky guys will be able to take that home with them, but that's going to be a hard thing to do.
Well,
125 laps here tonight.
Yes, sir. It's going to be a long one for these guys in the Gen 6. What are we looking at, Scott? What do you think the pit window is going to be here? Because I'm not really sure.
I would think somewhere between 50 and 55 laps, but that's going to depend on tires. If these guys chew up their tires like hamburger, we could be seeing them coming in around lap 40, lap 45, a little early. Well, get us
Yeah.
going, Rudy.
I'll do it.
What were you going to add in there, Kirk?
I was just gonna say, you know, and it might not even be that we're gonna even want to go a whole fuel run on tires. They might get so bad that these guys are gonna try to come down and pit early just to get some fresh rubber. So that'll be interesting to see who does that and who tries to go a whole fuel run.
Yeah, it'd be just like the NASCAR race last weekend where everybody had to come in about 15 laps early because they just couldn't handle the car no more.
All right, Tyler Whaley and David Harvey, front row. Let's see who can get lead this first lap of the race. The pace car's about to head for pit road.
Drinks are on me at the Venetian after this is over.
Makes a hard left turn and waiting on that green flag. Tyler holding him back just as long as possible. And there we go. Green is out.
Not even a laugh on that, huh? Drinks are free in Vegas.
Yeah, don't look like Mike Mahoney is going to make it back in. Tyler Whaley with a good start right here. And Craig Sykes coming up on the inside of David Harvey for second. Boy, and I'll tell you what, it don't look like he's going to stop there, does it? He is keeping the hammer down and trying to get that lead. But Tyler Whaley will lead the very first lap of the race.
Everybody just trying to find their position on the track right now. Everybody trying to get in a single file line here. Got a couple guys up near the wall looking for speed.
Yeah, Joshua
Trying to get that run off the corner.
Sousey up there, our points leader.
Gotta be brave to go up there and run in these cars.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit early for that right now. Here goes Craig Sykes for the lead, taking it away from Tyler Whaley, and he will get his bonus point for leading lap number 2.
Pretty good racing so far.
David Harvey there was fastest in practice, comes into second as he gets around Tyler Whaley. And look who's moving into fourth, Nathan Miller, inside Joshua Sousey. And he's pulling Jeffrey Smith right along with him. Good racing so far. Back in the field, Randy McCanney back here in 13th. We got a three-way battle going on right there. Lyman Vanderweg, Blake Haynes involved in that. Robert Moyer. Brand new paint job by Robert here in the M&M's car.
Tyler Whaley putting the move on David Harvey up here for second place. Rudy, we'll see if he can get it done on that bottom side. I don't think he's going to.
Nope.
No, he doesn't.
Nope. Harvey's going to hold him off for the time being.
That's allowed Nathan Miller to pull up right on these guys. And Miller's running that high side, going to try to get the momentum off the corner. He's going to make the pass here for third place.
The high side's not only good for the really long runs or really fast runs you get on the back and the front stretch, but it also manages these guys to be able to go longer on one set of tires. So it's also faster, and it's going to allow these guys to run longer.
You got that right. That bottom will just chew him up.
And it looks like Nathan is going to hold him. He's going to get that third place away from Tyler Whaley, and Tyler is going backwards.
Yeah, he's going to lose a couple more spots here.
Yeah, just
they're freight training him. He's on that bottom side. He can't get the momentum back up. We're already seeing these guys switch to the high side of the track.
Jeffrey Smith goes by. Next one would be Josh Bonwell in the number 57. He's getting a good
got a couple of them going down below the white line on the front stretch as well, trying to find all the speed they can.
Gonzalez trying to get a run on the inside of Tony Gray, but Tony holds him off. Pretty good run right there. Tony, man, well, that was a great job right there for holding off Lupe Gonzalez.
If anybody's watching and wants someone else to watch, Internet Explorer will allow you to open up iRacing, whereas all other browsers are not.
There you go. Breaking news from William Kern.
There you go. Internet Explorer, or probably the new Edge browser on Windows 10. It's a pretty good
We got-
browser. I kind of like it.
We got quite the battle back here, Rudy, from 6th place back.
Yep, Tyler Whaley is now back in 6th place. Seth Hatchell, 7th. He's moving,
3 wide.
moving
They were
forward.
flirting with it. Yeah, they were flirting with 3 wide there.
Tony Gray now on the outside of Josh Bonwell, and he will take 8th away from Tony, or from Josh, excuse me. Boy, gotta get my head screwed on straight here. Brad Hicks, 2nd in points, back here in 11th place. Just riding right now. They got lots of laps.
The 02 is kind of feeling some heat from the 77. The 77 went underneath him in turn 1 and 2, but couldn't get it done.
We got some hard racing going on back here in the back for 13th and 14th.
Yeah, this is some good battle. Now I'm looking at Randy McCanny's car. He has a little bit of nose damage on that car already. I wonder if he got into the back of somebody on the start or whatever, but he's got a little nose damage.
Yeah, this ain't the place you want to have any kind of damage.
No, and you know, with that nose damage like that, and that affects that front grille, that could make that car start overheating too.
Yeah, and you already have so little front downforce in the inner or in the entry to these corners. If you're lacking any more, it's going to really be a disadvantage for you for the rest of the run, maybe even the rest of the race.
Gonna hurt your tires as well.
Josh Mayu back here in 17th as he puts quite a bit of distance on Paul Zoda. Paul running 18th, Jeff Glockner 19th, and Eric Borelli rounding out the top 10.
Leader's in the wall out of 4.
Uh-oh.
That's going to allow the 77 to blow right by.
Oh, yes, he did.
That was a hard hit too. They're really gonna need to work on that car in next pit stop.
He's going to have a lot of right side damage on that car. He's still hanging on to 2nd for the time being, but here comes Josh Sousey, our points leader, has won the last 2 races.
Yeah, Richard Sudeth just come off pit road, and that car has already got heavy damage to it as the whole front end is gone on the 95.
Man. The Bojangles car got bojangled.
Yeah, it did.
Nice. Tyler Whaley's trying to make the pass on Jeffrey Smith going into 3. That is for the 4th position.
And he does.
And he will make it happen.
He makes it. Yep.
Looks like the 8 might take him 2 going into 1.
And what happened to Nathan Miller? He was up there in the top 4, and now he's fallen all the way back to 7th.
Well, it could just be conserving them tires, Rudy. We were just talking about it the other night with Nathan. He's a tire conservatist.
He is. He definitely is a big tire saver, yes.
I got another damage report for you. The 2, he's got a whole front of his car beat in as well. William Lee's got a lot of front nose damage.
Oh, boy, he is. He is mangled up.
Just as we start talking about Nathan Miller, he's going to make the pass on the 57 for 7th spot. So he's trying to maintain where he's at. I don't know if he's trying to make moves or if he's struggling with the car, trying to save it, or what really is going on.
Yep.
Honestly, I think he's probably just saving them tires, knowing that this may be a long green flag run. These guys have had some long green flag runs here recently, and I bet that's what he's thinking.
Evan Roush in chat. Good to see you, Evan. Nathan Miller now back to 8th as Josh Bonwell did drive by. Nathan almost up into the wall. Tony Gray back here in 9th. We've seen him up a little closer to the front a little bit ago, so must have been a little bit of slipping by the Cat Ford there. I almost said Cat Pontiac. From the old, what was it, Ward Burton?
Old school days, old Ward. That southern accent.
Yeah, Cat Pontiac went pretty good today.
That was a bad impersonation, Rudy.
I know.
I'll tell you guys what, though. The 8 car, Seth Hatchell, I think he's got one of the faster cars on track. He's running 7th, but he's been in the position to make a lot of passes. He's just caught in cars at the wrong time. But I think once some time goes by, he's going to be a front runner here. Come towards the end.
Well, that's Seth Hatchell for you, because we've seen him in the past year have some awesome runs, and he is a guy to always look out for when it comes down to the end of the race. If you remember, I said that at the beginning. I said, watch out for Seth Hatchell.
Yeah, he just took 6, so making his way through the field slowly but surely. Next, he's got his eye on Josh Bonwell in the 57.
Yeah, Josh, he's got himself in good position here, top 5, and he's chasing down the points leader. And Joshua Sousey, looks like he went a little high right there in turn 1.
Got a couple of them back here banging off each other.
Yeah, that was Seth Hatchell and Jeffrey Smith just banged off each other in 1 and 2.
Nathan Miller and Tony Gray just kind of riding along here, seeing how this is going to play out. Tony trying to get by here. Tony's fast. Look at this. 3 wide, maybe.
We're about to have 3 wide going into 1.
Yeah, Gray thought better of it. He backed out of it.
Smart move. It's a little too early to be doing that kind of stuff, but later on in the race, that'll be left and right happening. Wow, what a power move on the outside. That was incredible.
Yeah, these guys are starting to drift up a little bit higher in the turns now, and I think they're starting to find a little bit of grip up there as the track gets worn a little bit more. The tires get worn a little bit more. They're kind of going up that hill, and they're getting some great runs off the turns.
Yeah, if you can hit your line and just get the front end to stick, I mean, these guys are getting launched out of these corners. It looks like they're going 5-7 miles an hour faster than the guys on the bottom line.
Yeah, watch Nathan Miller here. He does a late entry in one. In one, he does a late entry, and then by the time he gets almost to turn 2, he's down close to the bottom. So just watch.
Nathan's using every inch of this racetrack, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think
we got quite the battle going on up for first place. We almost had an accident right there. What a battle it is up there for first.
Yes, sir. Tyler Whaley back in the hunt here. Look at this. He wants to get up there. He tasted 1 lap. He led 1 lap, and ever since then it's been Craig Sykes and David Harvey up front.
Yeah, shout out to that 0-2. He took a lot of damage, and not only has he not really fallen back, he's right there with the leader. That really is amazing me. That's incredible.
Well, you just got to adapt to the damage, whatever it does. If it affects steering or whatever, if your toe's knocked out a little bit, you got to worry about the wear on it. But you said it hit pretty hard. I didn't see how hard he hit. You just got to kind of wonder if it did affect the steering at all, and he is just fighting it right now.
He did hit it flat, so I guess that's a good thing. He kind of distributed the damage along the whole side instead of just the nose or just the tail. So I think that really did help him being able to adapt to what it is that it's kind of equaled out throughout the whole half side of his car.
And Tyler Whaley's still making that move, and he does complete the pass and goes back into second place. Tyler, our pole sitter. Here comes Craig Sykes fighting back on the inside. Tyler had it at the line, but now Craig Sykes has got the low line. And Tyler way up the hill looking for grip up there, saying, come on, please. And boy, he got a great run off of that turn.
Yeah, he just rockets off the top of that turn.
I think turn 2's got that ability, but it just seems like that does not happen in turn 4 nearly as much.
Turn 4 is definitely more of a low line turn, at least with this setup right now. But turn 1 and 2 is where the high line is going to be the most powerful. But looks like, at least for now, at this stage in the tire wear, the low line in 3 and 4 is the fast way around the track. But I'm sure that'll probably change as we get more rubber down.
Randy McCanny. Man, look at Randy McCanny. He gets by Nathan Miller here. They're battling yet, but he's come from back in the field quite a ways. He started 11th, and he's just slowly crept up to the, into the top 10 here. So the EcoBoost Ford running very good tonight. Nathan Miller goes back to 9th. Jeffrey Smith rounds out the top 10.
Had reports of a wreck on the backstretch, but I went looking for it and I couldn't find it.
Oh, Harvey into the outside wall on 4. That let Tyler Whaley take over the lead. And here comes Josh Bonwell into 2nd. And he's not going to stop there. He's got a good run here on the inside of Tyler Whaley. And we have a caution.
Out, Rudy. First of the evening.
You know, that caution actually was very lucky. The 78, the corner before that caution came out, smacked the turn 4 wall. So I'm sure he was really glad to see that because that really was perfect timing for him.
Anthony Cianci, I'm picking up here. I'm not sure if it was a self-spin. I believe it was. Looks like he come out of turn 4. No, the 61 there of Josh Mayu gets into the outside wall, comes down, and collects Anthony Cianci. And both of them going to get damage. Now, Anthony hit the wall pretty hard right here. Oh, man, his whole front end is destroyed on that car. Wow, what a violent wreck that was. Whew.
Is that who's smoking out there?
Yeah, Anthony Cianci, and he's trying to make it to pit road. Perfect timing, though. These guys are all going to come to pit road now.
Yeah, that was a good run there. Let the guys kind of know what the tires are going to feel like. They didn't get a full run in, but they got enough to really learn a lot.
Yeah, we're already 30 laps complete as they come into pit road here. So this race flying by pretty quickly.
It's about like last night's race there, Scott. Man, that race just flew by. But
yeah, road races usually do that.
No cautions, though.
No cautions. Nothing to slow you down.
Yep. All right, everybody comes to pit road. Good stop. I didn't see anybody. Oh, one person had to back up.
I would assume it's going to be 4 tires for everybody, at least everybody in the top 15. You might see a guy take too far in the back, but I think 4 is going to be a pretty universal selection.
57 is going to win the race off pit road. He's going to be your new leader.
But Paul Zoda stayed out, I think, to collect a bonus point, which he has not collected just yet.
He'll have to stay out another lap.
Yeah.
Who's going to be your first interview of the evening, Rudy?
Heck, I don't know.
Seth Hatchell, man. Let's get that guy up here.
Yeah, he's in here, but he's got his mic muted. Let's talk to him. Seth Hatchell, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, go ahead, William. I'll let you talk to him.
Seth, it looks like you got one of the fastest cars on the track, but it looks like you kind of trying to conserve what you got. What do you think you have, and what's your strategy for the remainder of this race? I've noticed you've been able to maybe, take spots here and there, but you've thought better of it. What's your game plan looking forward?
I think you just got to save tires. You can run really fast those first couple of laps, but they fall off so quick. I think if you can save your tires for those first 20 laps, you'll be good to go by the end of the run.
All right, yeah. I mean, I would have to agree with you. What do you guys have to say?
Yeah, you're definitely going to take care of your tires, because if you don't, you're going to fall off pretty quickly and just fade right to the back. This place is notorious for chewing up tires, like we've stated before, and if you go out there in the first 5 laps and try to pass everybody, you're not going to have anything left for the rest of the run.
Yeah, and it's so hard to pass here, so you got to try and hold your track position and save your tires. It's a challenge, but I think we got something for him. We'll have to see.
Well,
you're doing a good job at it, sir.
You're going to be starting on the bottom here behind the leader now, Josh Bonwell. Do you think you'll be able to get a good start from him and possibly maybe clear him and get a lap led for that bonus point?
I'm not sure. I think I'll be able to get second. It's tough to hang on that outside, especially when you got a guy to your inside. It's so much faster to stay on the bottom that first time around through turn 1. But I don't know. Maybe if I get a good run that first lap, maybe I'll try and get by Josh and see if I can lead a lap.
All right, Seth. Well, good luck out there, man. We're going to be watching for you.
All right.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
That's a good racer right there, I'm telling you guys. He's
Oh, I
got
mean, yeah.
he's got some wins under his belt, and I think he's going to have some wins under his belt in this league too. So, all right, well, Bonwell going to be on point here, leading for the first time today. Looks like they're going to get the one to go right here, I do believe.
They should. Yep.
Yep.
Lights are out.
We'll be restarting on lap 34. So, Scott, get them going. Yeah, 13 viewers, guys. iRacing being down like that's probably causing a lot of people a lot of problems.
Yeah, it was weird. Chrome and Firefox wouldn't work, but Internet Explorer loaded me in almost immediately, which is weird coming from Internet Explorer. That was kind of a shocker. But
yeah, Monday night I couldn't get in at all. I tried 3 different browsers, Edge, Chrome, and Firefox, and I couldn't get in. Finally, after about 15 minutes of messing around and keep trying, it finally let me in with Firefox. That's what
Buckle up, boys, because we're going racing again.
That's what I usually use for doing the broadcast.
want to make any bets on anybody here, Scott, on this restart? You got the high line or you got the low line?
I like to gamble, but I can honestly say I've never gambled on sim racing. I probably won't ever start either. You never know what's going to happen. Pace car's off. We're racing again in Las Vegas. He didn't waste any time.
He was
Bonwell went
gone.
immediately. Yep. That's how I like to do it, man. There ain't no sense in wasting time. Just go.
A little strategy on that restart, if you guys think about that. Starting on the outside, now the guy on the inside cannot pass you before the line, okay? So it's a good strategy call if you really think about the results that you know. Now, if he started on the inside, the guy on the outside actually can go by. Do you see where the strategy comes in?
Leader controls the start, though, before the green flag. In this league, they don't have to wait for the green flag. So if the guy that's in second takes off before the leader does, he's going to be in trouble.
That's right.
Seth Hatchell moved up to third there in 1 and 2.
Yes, he did. He gets around Tony Gray, and there's a couple of really good racers racing each other hard right now. But you know what? I'm not going to take anything away from Tyler Whaley, because Tyler, he was our pole sitter. He went back a little bit on that last run, and then he started marching right back forward. So I'm not going to take anything away from Tyler. He is doing a great job out here. Nathan Miller comes into the 5th place. And our points leader, Joshua Sousey, back in 6th.
Yeah, David Harvey in the 77 lost a lot of ground on pit stops, but he's wasting no time trying to come back to the front. He's already made a few passes. He's looking to make a few more.
Now, you want to talk about a short track racer right there, David Harvey. I've seen him just dominate at some short tracks. And, you know, this is kind of maybe not in his liking here at 1.5 miles, but he's proving that he can hang with these guys up here and do it well.
Yeah, but this does have something going for him. Like we discussed in the pre-race, this track is very bumpy, and the cars aren't very stable, and you get a lot of that in short tracks. And I don't know, maybe that skill he has at short tracks so will assist him here at this track.
Yeah, this place definitely lets you know that you're racing in the desert, because it feels like it when you're out there.
Jeffrey Smith comes back into the top 10. Robert Moyer in 11th. That's a sharp looking car right there, M&M's car. That is sharp. That's an eye catcher for sure. I was going to say eye candy, but
that'd have been perfect.
Hey, you can find that too in Vegas.
Yep. Oh yeah, plenty of it. Seth Hatchell making a move and takes over 2nd.
I got all kinds of gentlemen's clubs out there.
He gets around Tyler Whaley and with ease, and now he's starting to pull away from Tyler and setting his sights on the leader, Josh Bonwell. Oh, a little tap of the wall there, I think, by Tyler Whaley going into the turn. That's going to cost him a little bit of momentum. Harvey now breaks back into the top 5. Nathan Miller 6th. And boy, I'll tell you what a field of cars behind Nathan Miller here. Have you guys watched this?
That's what I was just about to bring up. We got a good line going. Kind of, they're not really battling that much, but they do got a good string going.
Yeah, it's pretty much single file all the way back.
As soon as I said that, they all break double file going into 1 and 2.
Well, I'm seeing that these guys.
Oh, there's a wreck coming out of 2.
Big one.
Big wreck.
Yeah, big one. Bunch of them in it.
Oh my! Somebody.
No resets here either.
No. I was going to try to get here with, I'm not sure who it was, but I'm on Josh Mayu here because I seen him involved in this. So let's see what happened.
I put my foot in my mouth. I got my leagues mixed up. They do have a reset here. I was thinking this was IWCR, but do have a reset here, Rudy.
Okay, right here I think is where it started. It looks like a little bit of a bump here by Jeffrey Smith, kind of come off of the turn, and I think what he did was he hit them bumps in the turn right there, really upset that car, and he come right up into the number 61 there of Josh Mayu, and that put Josh into the outside wall, and he's going to collect a few other guys in it too. So tough break for these guys.
It was just an awkward situation. I think the 61, like you said, wasn't anticipating him to come up that fast, and they just kind of met, and just an unfortunate break for everyone back there. That totaled a lot of cars, so they're going to have to tow even if they do have a reset.
And everybody's coming to pit road one more time. As much as we hate to see it and hate to say it, but we do know cautions breed cautions. And boy, this is a second caution here at about 10 laps. So, after that nice long 30-lap green flag run at the beginning, it kind of spoiled us, guys.
We already had Josh Mayu disconnect as well.
Yeah, I think, and we had a lot of guys take 2 tires right there, which kind of surprises me.
Well, they weren't out there that long. Like Rudy said, they were only out there about 12 laps. So
yeah.
Yeah, but like drivers were saying, after about 2 or 3 laps, they just kind of drop off immensely. So, I mean, this may be a good call. I have no idea. I'm just, by what the drivers were saying, it just surprised me.
If you notice, there was a trend of the race. There was really no one marching through the field. So that means passing people is a premium. So track position is going to be a premium. People taking a gamble here. And you know racing, Kirk, man. If 1 or 2 people do it, you're going to have a whole bunch of people doing it.
Oh, I mean, I'd do it totally. But, just by what guys were saying, that it was seemed like it was 4 tire sided. But, why not try it early? I mean, that way you know if it'll work for later on. So this is, this is a good call.
Chris Wood coming to pit road. He was our leader, but did not get to lead a lap. And that's going to put Seth Hatchell in the lead, and Seth will lead his very first lap of the race here on lap 44.
I'm telling you guys, watch out for him. I mean, I don't know if he's the fastest car, but he looked like he could handle that car. I mean, I didn't see it really get tight or loose, and he was able to put it in places he hadn't really been and made it stick. So he's going to be a guy to watch, definitely. He's probably my pick to win the race.
Josh Bonwell starting second, Tyler Whaley third, David Harvey fourth, and Tony Gray rounds out the top 5.
77 managed to make up some track position on that pit stop. He was up front and then got shuffled back, and now he's back up to 4th. So that is cool for him.
Well, I think we need to talk to somebody here. Let's maybe try to talk to. How about we talk to our points leader? We haven't talked to him. Scott, you want to talk to him?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. There you go.
Joshua Southsea, this is Scott Brinson of the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, 10-4, you got me?
Yes, sir. You're back there in 8th place. You come into tonight's race as the points leader. How's your race going so far out there?
Pretty good. Just trying to be conservative and ride around and get on the long run.
Were you one of the guys that took 2 tires there on that pit stop?
No, I've taken 4 every time. I can pay attention to see how they do, and depending on their success, that may influence a later decision.
Yeah, I was just curious maybe what the game plan was, the thinking behind that. But if you took 4, then you're not one of the guys to ask. But just so you know, there were a lot of guys that took 2 tires there.
Yeah, I mean, the is exceptionally tight, especially on the longer run, and if you push really hard at the beginning. So 2 tires might not be necessarily a bad thing.
Are you going to try to push it here, or are you going to try to conserve?
We'll see how it dictates. I'm going to go start this with the mindset of patience, and we'll see where it goes from there.
All right, brother. Well, you got a 13 points lead coming into tonight. Go out there and protect it, man. Bring it home.
Yeah, 10-4.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, so Seth Hatchell going to get him going here. Josh Bonwell, which led 12 laps previously to this caution, was the one everybody was chasing. Let's see how he holds up here against Seth Hatchell on this restart. Tyler Whaley right behind him in third. David Harvey fourth. All right, pace car makes that hard left turn. Where's he at? There he goes, making that hard left turn, and Seth Hatchell holding him back. And there he goes, green, green, green.
Nathan Miller got a great restart too. He's right on the back of the 77, but had to get out of it.
Tony Gray on the bottom. Looks like Nathan Miller does clear Tony Gray. Tyler Whaley will clear Josh Bonwell and go into second. Bonwell.
First.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say about the first 10 to 12 cars there immediately got into a big long line. You notice that?
Yes, they did.
Everybody in the back here still shuffling around trying to find their spot.
Boy, everybody's all over the place here.
Yeah. Immediately, as soon as about half a lap is all it took that front pack to get into a line.
Tony Gray getting by Nathan Miller and going into the top 5 for the first time today.
This is that awkward part of the race where you've kind of had a few laps to kind of learn your car and learn the cars around you and learn tire wear. So now you're just trying to figure out if you want to go for it or conserve or lay back or just really try to figure out what's going to be your game plan getting to the end of this.
Yep. Bonwell not wasting any time, passing up Tyler Whaley and going back into second. But, Seth Hatchell is out there in clean air right now, guys. And, we all know that them cars react so much different out in clean air. And he's feeling it right now. And he can keep that hammer down a little bit better, I think, than some of these other guys back here in dirty air.
You want to know who loves watching Josh Bonwell and Tyler Whaley battle? Seth Hatchell.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, he wants to see them two side by side. And I think it's a good call for them guys to not put themselves in that position right now, because then that will let Seth get out there even further. David Harvey trying to hold on to fourth. Tony Gray giving him a little bit of a tough time, but they're keeping the high sense car in fourth. And guys, we're almost halfway through this race already.
Yeah, it's been pretty free-flowing. This race has gone by quickly with these long green flags. That first was 30 laps, so they clicked off a lot of laps.
How long is the race? How many total laps?
125.
Okay.
We're 40% of the way.
Paul Zoda now is back. He is a couple of laps down. Not sure how he got a couple of laps down, but he's back in 22nd place.
Tough night so far for the 99.
Yeah, he might have got caught up in one of them little fender benders or something there. But that's not usually where we see Paul running, but he's got lots of time to make that up.
I think that second crash was more than a fender bender.
Jeffrey Smith and Joshua Sousey have really been going at it. They've kind of door banged a few times, and they are just back and forth, battling for that 7th position.
And that's what puts on a good show right there, when you see guys battling it that hard.
it's been a great show. I don't think the 16's enjoying it, since if they collide, he'll be in it. But I think the rest of us are all enjoying it quite well.
Oh yeah,
Had a good race.
Jeffrey
Competitive race.
Smith. Jeffrey Smith. Remember, he was way back in the field there. He had some damage or something. I forget now, but he had something happen there, and he was way back in the field. And now he's got a good break here, and he's got back up into the top 8. So he's running well. The one I was looking for is Ryman Gemmel back here in 14th position in the number 83.
David Harvey taking a peek up here for 3rd place. I don't know if he's going to have enough.
That outside lane is just so strong out of the corner, but on the front stretch, David Harvey could use that apron. So
he didn't.
Yeah, he did not.
I think he's going to make it, though. He's going to make it complete right here. He's going to get by.
Yeah, he's going to slide right up in front of 78.
Yeah.
He drove it into that turn hard right there.
He did it perfect, man. That was beautiful. He just let it slide right all the way up, but not so hard that he hit the wall. Just float right on up there, get right back in line, and then set his sights on the 57.
And he's catching the 57, too. He's pulling up on him.
Chris Wood back here in 12th. Jeff Glockner 13th. The number 49 there looking Lyman Vanderweg is a couple of laps down, but he's battling here. Ooh, that was close. He almost got into the side of Jeff Glockner, but he backs out of it.
Do you think if the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place cars kind of lined up, they might catch the leader? Do you think that that's just too much dirty air and they wouldn't really make a whole lot of progress?
I don't know, because I know the draft's important here, but they don't seem to be gaining a whole lot on him. But I think a lot of the tribute to that is because he's out there in that clean air. Harvey looking to the inside of Josh Bonwell. He was taking a look there, but if he's not careful, he left that outside lane open for Tyler Whaley, and Whaley's getting a good run here. Let's see if he can hold him off. We've seen that outside line get great runs, and look at that. Whaley comes right back and passes up Harvey. Yes, he did.
Man, Whaley got back in the throttle at the absolute perfect time. Yep. I mean, he could not have done that corner any better.
And as long as he keeps doing what he's doing right now, he'll be able to hold Harvey off.
Oh yeah, if he hits that line every time, I mean, he could drive all the way to the front. I mean, the way he was so fast right there, I think that's the line that these guys are really trying to find, and he found it. So that's going to be dangerous if he can repeat that.
Well, Josh Bonwell's got a little bit of a break there from Tyler Whaley and has closed that gap now on Seth Hatchell. He's chopped about 0.3 of a second off of that lead.
They've all closed in on the leader, and look who's joined the party, the 00 Tony Gray, and look behind him, the 41 Nathan Miller. He's coming too.
Nathan Miller's beat me in enough races for me to know that guy's a lurker. He'll be 6th, 7th all race, and then when it comes down to 10 to go, he's out of nowhere, either inside or outside you on the front row. So he never count that guy out. He's always right there, as is obvious right now.
He's a tire preservationist.
Yep.
57's going for the lead.
Here he goes. Bonwell, and he's going to make it look easy on the inside.
Not even a competition.
No. And I think Seth might have had a little bit something to do with that too. He said, you know what? I think he's a little bit faster than me. I've used up my tires to stay out ahead of these guys. And I think he's kind of backed off a little bit right now.
Did David Harvey just get into the wall, or was that someone else?
I didn't see David.
76 is going for the pass on the 8 now as well.
Yes, sir, Whaley. And he does beat Seth at the line. Going into turn 1, I think Seth has used up his tires right now. His car may not be good on the long run.
I was just about to say that. I think he burned him up.
I think he learned,
a little wiggle there.
Yeah, 77's going to go right by him now.
Here comes Nathan Miller on Tony Gray. He's looking.
Boy, lots of battles going on around this track.
Yeah, there are.
I wanted to go back in the field here a little bit, but boy, this is pretty exciting racing going on up here. David Harvey's still trying to get by Seth Hatchell. He comes up the hill. Seth keeps him pinched down, and David has to get out of that throttle.
Oh,
We
yeah,
got
spinner
one on
out
the
of
wall.
2.
Yeah, 16 hitting inside wall, spinning back up on the track. No caution.
That would have been Robert Moyer. Well, let's go see what happened to Robert.
Yeah, I
Nathan
think
Miller
he
just completes the pass.
I think he had a little help. Lupe Gonzalez, who helped drive him up into the wall, and then it was on from there for the 16.
Oh, yes, he did. He come right up in front of him, and man, oh man, just a slight tap, but enough to knock that car out of kilter right there. These guys are running on the edge as it is, and that just that put Robert Moyer over the edge. So hopefully he's got a reset and he can get back out there.
Yeah, like we talked about in the pre-race, these cars are just so unstable. You know, you add a bumper, a tap, that's pretty much all she wrote.
Yeah, I wonder how much damage the 53 suffered from that, if he's feeling that at all.
Yeah, that's a good
41,
question.
Nathan Miller takes it 3 wide and gets 2 for 1. What a move, and he slides right up in front of the 8. That was incredible.
That's how you do it right there.
Made it look easy, just got them both coming out of the corner.
Just got schooled by Nathan Miller.
Well, you know, we see this, Scott and I've seen him do this so many times too.
Oh, yeah.
That, you know, these guys are out there just burning their tires up, and he's in a, say a...
He's taking them to school.
Yeah, at a 95% throttle level where everybody else is trying to run 101%, you know?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they start running the 95% and they come back to Nathan, and pretty soon he's at 97 or 98 and they're at about a 92%, you know?
I'm going to tell you what, look how much he's pulled away already in about half a lap.
And Seth Hatchell under fire here by Joshua Sousey, our points leader. Sousey really trying to get by these guys. Harvey on the outside as well. And Seth is
Double
holding
Zero
off.
saying, Double Zero just showed up to the party, and he's looking to get by real quick because he hasn't been burning his tires up like these guys that have been battling.
Look at this battle here.
Yeah, this is a good battle. Now I'm kind of concerned just how much longer Seth Hatchell can hold these guys off, because they're hungry for that position. They all want that position from Seth. They know he's tough, he's hard to pass, and they're all trying right now.
Well, this side-by-side racing doing nothing but burning up their tires, so he's trying to hold them off and make them burn up their stuff at the same time.
Yeah, he's making if they're going to pass him, they're going to have to work really hard, and it looks like these guys may have found something. David Harvey going to the outside of Seth. If he can get that run off of the turn, he may have it here.
I think he's going through this time. I think the 47 is going to get by as well. He does. Now the 47 is going to dive it on the inside.
Yep, Sousey looking. And that's going to be tough to pass down there, because now that these guys are out here on a little bit older tires, that's going to be tough to pass down around that bottom.
Yeah, Hatchell just lost 3 spots down there as now Tony Gray's gotten by, and now Hatchell's under attack by the 17.
Yep.
Nathan Miller's looking to take second. He's caught the 76, and he's all over his bumper.
I think David Harvey might have just kissed it off the wall right there lightly.
Well, Bonwell's kind of checked out a little bit. He's out there about 1.6 seconds ahead of Tyler Whaley. So, yeah, it's all about Tyler Whaley and Nathan Miller here right now. But, boy, what a battle going on back here. Look at this. Sousey all over Harvey, and then he goes to the high side.
Looking for that speed. Got to get that run off the corner.
And that might work here maybe in another 4 or 5 laps, but I think these guys are going to be starting to get pretty close to coming down pit road here for their final pit stop, probably within about the next 10 laps.
Brad Hicks just took it behind the wall. He's done for the evening.
Oh, second place in the points. Oh, no. That's going to change the points up a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Whaley and Miller still going at it.
Yeah, Miller going into 3 got on the apron a few laps ago, and that really cost him all his time, and maybe he made back up. But here he is going for the second spot on the front stretch. There's a caution on the racetrack.
Yep. Third of the evening.
Well, let's see if we can find it here. I was trying to get a drink of water. Oh, Ryman Gemmel. And it looks like somebody else, maybe Paul Zoda, got caught up into that. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here to Ryman.
No, looks like either the 83 came up or the 99 came down. They just kind of met in the middle in the backstretch, and that was very odd.
Oh, yep, right there. Let me try to find this from a different camera angle here. Actually, I'll go back here on Paul Zoda and go to the far chase view, and let's see if we can kind of pick off the line here. Right, looks like Ryman might have.
I think he came up.
Yeah, I don't think he realized Paul Zoda was there, I think is what the deal is.
I would agree. Yeah, he just came right up in the 99. Granted, the 99 wasn't against the wall like most cars are at that part of the track, so I'm sure the 83 just thought he was higher and came up to hit his line and just took out the 99.
Well, that's just adding a little more damage to Paul Zoda's car there, but because I think he has, I think he's already used his reset.
Yep, he did. He used it earlier.
Yeah, so
here they come.
Tough break for Paul Zoda. Yep, everybody coming to pit road. Now they won't be able to. I don't think they'll make it from here, so we're going to have to see one more pit stop anyhow.
No, I think on fuel they'll be able to make it the rest of the way. Tires will be the question. Can they make it the whole way on tires?
Bonwell's pit crew has been stellar all race. Let's see if they can make it happen again. 24 slides past his box just a little bit and has to back up.
He was the only one. Everybody else got in pretty good. 47 almost overslid his box. He was right on the edge of it.
Bonwell.
Look at the race off the road, man. Wow.
That was close. I don't know who won second.
What a drag race off pit road.
I'm going to go back and watch this as they come off of pit road. Let me see if I can find a little bit better view here.
They look like drag kings on Friday night, Rudy.
Yeah, let me see if I can get this a little bit better view on when they come off of pit road. And we'll see if that drag race that they did come into the line. Bonwell out first. Nathan Miller with one heck of a, man, what a run he got. And he is going to be second place. So Nathan Miller, man, what a fantastic pit stop for him. 14.8 seconds. Over Bonwell's 15.2.
You got all the guys a lap down or more coming down pit road now. Zoda and Sudith.
Zoda, I think he had to tow to pit road. I think he had way too much damage. But yeah, Sudith, Gemmel, Blake Haynes, Lyman Vanderweg, these guys all on pit road now, and they are the lap down cars. So, well, we probably won't get to talk to somebody unless we get them up here, right?
Nope. That's probably an accurate statement.
Yeah, let's talk to David Harvey. I can't remember talking to him for quite a while. So, David Harvey, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you've been extremely fast out there in that high-sense car. How's the race been going for you tonight?
It's been really tough to pass. You can't really pass low. I've been trying all race to work it in, but it just ain't doing anything for me.
Are you finding any grip up there on that high side, or haven't you tried it yet?
I tried it at the end of that last run, but I was on really old tires, so it's kind of hard to tell. But
Okay.
maybe we'll try some pit strategy, and because we can't make it on one stop. So
Are you going to have to stop one more time?
yeah,
Okay.
probably in about 20, 30 laps, hopefully.
Okay. Well, you've been up there in the top 5 all day, and you've been racing a lot of really good racers. I gave you a little bit of praise there earlier because you are a very, very good short track racer. But this is kind of like out of that wheelhouse of the short tracks. This is a mile and a half. Do you race well at mile and a half?
or maybe on a green-white checkered, but it's kind of hard. I'm not very good at saving tires. I'm trying to work on it, but it's hard because everybody's so fast and just can't really practice much.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Well, good luck out there, David. We'll be watching for you and see if you can maybe get back up to the front here. You've led 16 laps earlier. Let's see you get up there and maybe lead a few more. Hopefully the last one.
Yep, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, Rudy, they'll definitely be able to make it the rest of the way on fuel without a doubt. Just be a matter of who can save their tires.
Yep. Okay.
50 laps?
Yeah, they can go 50 laps. It's only a mile and a half.
Well, Bonwell's going to start on the outside again. Nathan Miller on the inside. Get him going, Scott.
10-4, brother. Pace car pulls off. And Bonwell's on the loud pedal, and we are racing again in Las Vegas. 48 laps to go here for Southern Motorsports in their third race of the season.
And he just launched himself off of that start line because, boy, he's
Yeah,
got a
he did. Look at that.
heck of a lead over Nathan Miller. Second place, Tyler Whaley right there in third.
Seth Hatchell's been blinking out there intermittently, but it's getting to be pretty noticeable.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier. When he was in the lead, he kept blinking out and blinking out. But boy, what a run he just got on David Harvey right there and puts David back to sixth.
In the wall goes David Harvey.
And Seth not done. Now he's on the inside of our points leader, Joshua Sousey.
David Harvey just lost a spot or two.
We've seen
They're
Nathan
running
Miller.
near that wall. Sorry, Kurt.
Oh, no, it's fine. We've seen Nathan Miller save tires and come back up through the field. It's going to be interesting to see if he runs hard enough to maintain second, or because this might be the final run. They might not pit again. Is he going to try to run hard enough to keep the second, or do you think he'll try to drop back and save tires and try to come back up through the field?
The thing about Nathan is, go ahead, Rudy.
We just had a moment there with Tyler Whaley. I just wanted to get that in real quick. He did get into the outside wall coming out of turn 2, and that let Joshua Sousey and David Harvey both clear him. Sorry.
The thing about Nathan is he'll give up a spot or two. He don't care. He'll let you pass him. And then he'll let you go up there and burn up your stuff, and then he'll wave at you as he drives on by you about 10 laps later.
That is exactly right.
Sounds accurate. Yep. Sounds like how David Howard Jr. drives.
Yep. Nathan is he's on that next level, man. I mean, he understands it. Whoa, Harvey, way out of control.
Nice
there.
save, though.
Yeah. Woo, that was close. That had ugly written all over it.
Seth Hatchell's knocking on the door of this lead group here, this lead duo. But, like we saw last time, is he going to be able to save his tires, or is he just going to drop? And I really don't know.
Well, that was a good example that you just said there about Nathan Miller, about being like David Howard Jr. That's a good example, because that's exactly how David Howard runs. He'll just save them tires, and then he'll wave at you when he goes by.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Sousey goes into fourth. Our points leader trying to hold on to them points. He's won the last 2 races. Looking to try to three-peat it here. Let's see if he can do it.
Don't jinx him, Rudy.
No.
That max speed jinx has been in full force this year.
I'm telling you, hasn't it?
You've been taking your gremlin pills all year.
That was an incredible move. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Ooh, Harvey out of control again.
Miller to the lead.
Yep. For the first time today, he is taking over the lead.
Like we said earlier, the last run normally, he'll start to show up, and here he is.
And he collects a bonus point for leading the lap.
Tell you what, they're starting to ramp it up.
You can definitely see the tension begin to build between a lot of those front guys. I know it's kind of That clean air is so important, and they're trying to all break out in front, but not everyone can break out in front. There can only be one, and they're really fighting over it.
Well, look how tight this front 10 or 8 are, all within a second of each other. The front 8, Gonzalez, back here in 8th place. He's hanging on to Tony Gray. Tony taking a peek on the inside of Whaley there for a second. And David Harvey, look at this, taking it clear to the bottom.
Tell you what, if there's somebody out there using all the racetrack right now, it's David Harvey.
Agreed.
Yeah.
He's using all the racetrack. And I'm going to tell you what, some of these boys are going to regret all this racing right now in about 15 laps if this stays green.
Yeah, they're just grinding their tires right off of that thing.
Yeah, look at Harvey down there grinding it on the white line. Wow.
Yeah.
Sometimes that white line will help you turn, though. But,
But it didn't there. It cost him big time.
Yeah,
but some tracks, it'll burn your tire up faster than if you just, drove on the track. So it really just kind of depends.
That let Tony Gray get a good run on the outside here coming off of turn 4. He beats David at the line, but David's still right there hanging on.
This is
Seth
intense
Hatchell
right
is looking awfully hungry. And the 57's waiting. I think the 57 has a lot of speed.
David backs right out of it, though, and falls in behind Gonzalez and falls into 8th.
We got ourselves a caution brewing.
No, I don't say that. They're fine. They'll make it.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
You got to believe.
They're doing all right now. They're kind of like riding here behind Nathan Miller. Nobody's really bidding for a position at the moment.
I think they all realized that they were burning up their tires and they needed to catch their breath. They finally got in line.
Either that or they're listening to us on the broadcast.
That could be.
They're all running very hard, but they're all running very respectful. No one's really just dive bombed anybody. No one's really shoved anyone out of the way in a violent manner.
Racing.
Exactly, hard, clean racing, and I think you can see the respect amongst all these guys. They're all just kind of under a blanket. They all know it, and they're all just kind of waiting.
Yeah, this league's always been pretty respectful as far as that goes. Ever since I've been calling races here with Rudy, I've never really seen any kind of shady deals going on.
I can tell just from being here for one race, these guys all look like they have a lot of respect for each other, and it's showing right now.
Yeah, and there's quite a few new guys in here too. Bonwell, one of the new guys. Joshua Sousey coming right out his first race of the season and winning, and backing it up with the second race also winning too. So that's really cool. Lupe
We got a car wreck and
Gonzalez,
backstretch in the inside wall.
Another new one. Anthony Cianci, another new one. Craig Sykes. A lot of these guys. Chris Wood. There's a lot of new people in here since last season.
We stay green, no caution.
Yeah, it was a one-car incident. Just kind of hit the outside wall, and it shot his car right to the inside wall.
Yep, this is one of them self-cleaning tracks.
Close call right there. Eric Borelli almost got into Chris Wood. Borelli back in 11th position. And it looks like Jeffrey Smith gets a good run off the outside. The outside is, man, I'm telling you, they can get the runs off of the turns.
All right, guys, we're getting to about 30 to go. When do you think the nice play is going to go away? When do you think these guys are going to start racing for the lead here?
I imagine it's probably about 20 to go.
Yeah,
57's going for a pass on the 8.
Yeah.
76 gets into the 47, shoots him up in the wall.
Yeah,
and
he's down in the grass.
He's going to lose some positions, but he gets it back up onto the track safely. Good save by our points leader, Joshua Sousey.
It's going to kill him in the points.
Yeah,
I guess that instantly answered my question.
Yeah, there you go. Question answered.
Yeah. They're going to play nice, car on the outside wall.
They're getting antsy.
Points leader at that.
41's kind of gotten a little bit of more space between the second and the third place car because they were battling, but now they're single file again, so they might be able to catch back up and close that ground.
Yeah, everybody's trying to gather themselves after that.
Yeah, you can't let Nathan Miller of all guys get out front. You can't let a guy that knows how to save his tires breathe. That's not good. You need to apply that pressure and make sure he's wearing his things out.
Yeah, he's about to hoist the sail, I think, here in a minute.
Bonwell, which has led the most laps tonight, 36 laps, he's trying to figure out a way to get back up there to the front and lead more.
That last run, Seth Hatchell, we saw burn his tires off and drop. I'm curious as to if he learned something, if he adjusted his line to save, or if he'll do the exact same thing here in a few laps. We really have no way of knowing until it happens.
I don't think he's pushing quite as hard as he was that last time, but he knows he's got to try to stay within the grasp of Nathan Miller. And, you know, he's got a good thing going up there, Nathan does, with that clean air. You know, he can pretty much...
somebody coming to pit road.
He can pretty much drive anywhere on that track he wants to drive because he's got nobody contending for that position at the moment.
Exactly. That's what I was getting to earlier about breathing and saving his stuff. That's a dangerous combination when you got a guy like Nathan Miller leading the race.
Yep,
that was Lupe Gonzalez that pulled off and come to pit road, so I'm curious about that.
He's coming up on the inside of Lyman Vanderweg. Lyman back here in 16th position. And David Harvey did make that pit stop he was talking about, guys. Now he is a lap down in 15th, but he's got brand new tires on that car.
So I guess they couldn't go the rest of the way on fuel.
I didn't think they could.
50 laps would have been a really long stretch.
Yeah.
Really? At a mile and a half?
Yeah. Oh, well, these guys are running. This is a very fast track. You're in the throttle a lot here. It's kind of like Charlotte. You're at 9,000 RPMs or, 8,700 most of the time.
There's 9,000 right there on the front stretch.
Exactly, yeah. So,
yeah, these things are gas guzzlers, and, this isn't like the B car. The B car, I'd say, yeah, you could probably get 50 laps, but these things here like to just drink gas.
I think the actual Cup Series in the real world, they get, 2 or 3 miles to the gallon, if I'm not mistaken. That was a stat I heard a while ago, but...
Well, we're at 25 to go here, guys.
This race has flown by.
I'm telling you, Tyler Whaley now under fire by Randy McCanny. Randy has worked his way from way back in the field. He started 11th, but he got kind of mired back in the field, and now he's worked his way back up into the front.
8's pitting.
Yes, sir.
57 goes by.
And that's going to open up a room here for a lot of guys to try to get guys come to pit road.
After the last iRacing build, they made tire wear get to the point where tires could blow. That really hadn't been a thing for years before, but I've seen it happen a few times.
I have to see a lot.
If they push it the maximum length, that could happen. Well, they're pitting right now, so I guess never mind.
No, because we've seen that a few times. Me and Rudy have. I think Nathan Miller just got a penalty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was he flying?
Yeah, he was still braking hard way down past the cone. I think he's going to have to serve a penalty.
Guess we'll find out here shortly. Bonwell, they'll look like he got a very clean entry. Seth Hatchell pulls out.
Yeah, Seth Hatchell was in there a long time, it seems like.
Yeah, he's clear back in 15th.
I think he got a penalty too.
No, Nathan did not get a penalty.
Wow.
That's a good entry then if he made that work.
Man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, that put Chris Wood up in the lead, and he leads his first lap of the race.
If you're going fast enough, do they have drive-throughs, or is that only if you pit under caution?
No, I don't think there are drive-throughs. I think they actually make you stop.
Sorry, stop and go.
Yeah, they're stop and goes.
Guess we'll find out shortly if he got one of those.
Sousey coming to pit road, I believe. Yes.
Well, if it's coming into the pits, you'll have to serve it when you stop in your box. So he didn't get a penalty.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess that answers that. Man, Nathan got up to speed way better than Bonwell did.
Sousey definitely come to pit road here, and I think he does have a reset left. Well, let's see if he uses it here, because he did have a little bit of damage there after getting tangled up with, I forget who that was they got tangled up with. And he's away.
Chris Wood's out there hoping for a caution right now.
He's riding on a hope and a prayer. There are 4 cars that have not pitted yet, I think. Everyone else is a lap down.
Anthony
Cianci, Glockner, and Salsi.
Yeah, but Cianci's on pit road now. He just
and here comes Wood.
Yeah, Wood's coming in.
Glockner's on pit road. So that's going to give the lead up to, right now, I'm looking at David Harvey, which, if you remember, he pitted just a few laps ago.
Yeah, and how about Lupe Gonzalez? He was one of the early guys to pit too, and he's back in 4th place.
That's where this has worked out good, where the early pit stops paid off.
Yeah, Lupe was one of the very first ones to dive off. He was the one I said I was interested to see because I thought they could go the whole way on fuel, and that was when it changed my mind.
Yep. David Harvey, Lupe Gonzalez, and Nathan Miller will be 3rd.
Not trying to jinx anything, but it really would stink for those front 2 if there was a caution, because that would completely throw away all their strategy.
Yep.
But it would be nice for track position. You know, if we got a caution relatively soon, they'd still be in first and just throw away their huge lead.
Nathan Miller going around Jeff Glockner. Jeff actually the first one a lap down in 15th position. And he's got a little bit of damage on the outside of his car. 19 to go with David Harvey in the lead by almost a full second.
This would be an outstanding finish for Gonzalez in the 53. He qualified 12th tonight.
And he really hadn't been in the front pack all that much. So this would be quite incredible if he managed to stick, with this finish.
And look at this. He's catching David Harvey. He's starting to reel him in a little bit here. He could wind up stealing this and taking the win.
And Bonwell and Miller are going to love to see that if he catches him, because the guys on older tires battling is just how the guys farther back are going to be able to make up that time.
Yeah, Miller ain't going to really be able to sit back there and be too conservative because the laps are running out. He's got to get going.
Well, him and Bonwell can't battle either.
He doesn't need to be conservative now. He needs to be on that hammer. He does not need to save them tires. He needs to stay ahead of Bonwell because Bonwell is right there.
Well, boys, he just picked up 7/10 that lap, so if he keeps that up, he'll definitely catch the leaders.
Here goes Gonzalez. He's looking for the lead, and he's going to get him here. He's way faster. He got it with ease. We got a new leader in Las Vegas, the 53, Lupe Gonzalez. 16 to go.
He leads for the first time today. So we've got a lot of leaders out here. Let's take a look at the race summary while these guys are under green. We've had 3 cautions here tonight for 12 laps, and we've had 11 lead changes.
It has been a great race. It's been very diverse.
Yeah, it has.
There's been a lot of different leaders, been a lot of good battles.
And now it's all coming down to strategy, pit strategy, you might say. And who can be the fastest out here when we know Nathan Miller is not holding anything back, him and Bonwell.
He's flying.
Yep. They're hammered down right now. They got absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain by just keeping the hammer down.
They just gained 3/10 on that last lap.
They're definitely getting in and out of the turns a lot quicker than Lupe Gonzalez and David Harvey.
Yeah, unfortunately for Lupe, there's too many laps left, but he might be able to hold on to a podium here, but a lot can happen here too. It's one thing catching the leader, it's another thing passing the leader.
Exactly.
And you guys got to remember, he did qualify 12th. He hadn't really been in the top 5 or really even top 8, field all race. So if he comes out of this with a top 5, I mean, he still won on the strategy. Maybe not in his heart. Maybe he was going for the race win, but this was still a great idea either way. I mean, really, really good strategy call.
So right now, he's still the race leader.
And Nathan
Miller flies by Harvey.
Yeah, and here comes Bonwell too. Bonwell going to go by him.
This is going to get really good, boys.
Yep. But David Harvey just he's got a good lead here over 5th place. 5th place Randy McCanny back 2.4 seconds from the leader, and he's like a full second behind David Harvey right now.
Harvey just bounced off the wall.
Oh, he's less than a full second now.
Yeah, McCanny's going to catch him and drive by him.
Yeah, he's only a half a second, so I'm not sure.
Miller's caught the leader. Going for the lead on the outside.
He's looking. Lupe way down there on the bottom. He's not going to have any momentum coming off the corner.
There it is,
he's
right there.
He's going to lose 2 spots. Wow, just like that.
So it's going to come down to Miller and Bonwell up here battling for this win. They're coming to the line. Going to be 11 to go here, guys.
McCanny's on the move. He may come up here and steal 3rd. I think he's going to wind up catching Lupe.
Yeah, he's quite a ways back right now, a little over a second. But Lupe has, I think he might have burned his tires up just that quick, trying to stay ahead of them guys.
I wouldn't doubt it. It can happen that quick.
Now here's the question. Does Bonwell have anything for Miller? Was he just saving while they were trying to catch the leader? Or has he been pushing and this is all he's got? Or is he saving? That's what I'm curious about.
We got 10 laps to go. We're going to find out shortly.
Well, William, let me ask you, what would you have done?
If I was in Bonwell's position, I would have followed Miller until we passed the leader, but as soon as we passed the leader, it would have been go time. So that's what I would have done, and it looks like Bonwell's been looking for some passes, so I think that was his game plan as well.
Yeah, he's looking.
I think he's testing the waters right now just to see where he can do it and what he's got to do to get by Miller right now.
Miller's just so good at that high line. Pass on the bottom is going to be so hard. He's going to have to hit the apex perfectly, or he's going to have to run the middle and try to get some side draft off of him.
That's what he tried to do there.
Yeah, and Miller's keeping him pinched down low, not letting him use that track to come up off of the turn. Bonwell's having to lift off the turns. So Miller's playing it smart right here right now.
I think Bonwell's actually losing just a tick of time every time he doesn't follow Miller onto that apron, because here the apron's actually very important if you want to get the few extra hundredths of a second per lap. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're trying to reel in a leader, everything matters.
That's right.
And you're going to get a draft too. So I mean, I really think he should be hitting that apron, but some cars get very unstable down there, so maybe he knows that's not really the best idea for him personally. But Miller's definitely.
Tyler Whaley drives around Lupe Gonzalez, and Lupe goes back to 5th. And now trying to see where Tony Gray is. Tony's quite a ways back here in 6th place. So I'm kind of thinking maybe the way it's going, he may be able to catch Lupe before the end of this with 7 to go.
Yeah, he might.
57 threw it into 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. He's right there now, guys.
Yeah, he saw a little bit of an opening. Oh, here we go. He's looking now. Side by side on the front stretch at the stripe.
But we all know how good Nathan is up on that high side. And now, Bonwell, they get together.
What a save. What a save.
That's one way to get by him.
Oh, Nathan's not going to be able to recover from that.
It's going to bring the caution out.
No caution.
No. Kept it below the line. Wow, that's one way to get by.
Believe that? Them two get together. Nathan was trying to pinch Bonwell down, and Bonwell was trying to push Nathan up the hill.
And they met in the middle, and that just, one of them had to go. Unfortunately, it was the 41.
It looks like Nathan is going to take it to pit road, and he is done. He is retiring from the race. Wow. Is right. Randy McCanny, 2nd. Well, that did put Tyler Whaley in 3rd after he got around Lupe. So that could be the top 3 right there, unless Randy McCanny's got something for Josh Bonwell. 4 laps to go.
You never know. He ain't too far back, and he looks like he's gaining a little bit of time here.
Well, you said it, though. You never know till it comes down to the end. These guys are racing so hard. Bonwell took a look there on Nathan Miller, and man, it just didn't work out. Now you kind of got to wonder how much damage he's got.
I was just about to say that. I wonder how much right front damage he's got.
I actually don't really think the damage is going to be the problem, but he was sliding around so much, and he smoked them tires. I think them tires are going to be kind of ticked off is going to be his main concern right now.
Oh, McCanny is right there, man. He can feel it. He's trying to reel him in.
He's got the draft now.
Shaky leg, I'm sure, is kicking in right about now.
The old shaky leg. I hate that.
Yeah.
Where's McCanny been all race? And here he is with 3 to go, fighting for the lead.
Yep, and
he's got to run.
Man, what a run off of turn 4 he just got.
Let's hope that they don't get together here. He lost some momentum there.
He's going to cross over, though. He's going to dive back down to the bottom, and he's going to try to get that run going into 3. There he goes.
He's going. Oh.
He thought better of it. Maybe that was a good idea to just get in a whole nother corner and get some momentum
Set
going.
him up. Yep. Set him up for the last lap instead of the next to go lap.
He's getting so many good runs out of the corner, though. That's really where he's stronger than the 57, and that's the most important because the start finish line isn't in the entry of the corner; it's way after an exit. So
the last
he
lap,
can hit that right.
Last lap.
He better get it done.
White flags in the air. Bonwell has led the most laps today with 41. All he's got to do is complete this one, and he will clinch that most laps led victory and everything. So coming to the line, does McCanny have anything for him? No, it looks like he is trying, but not enough. And Josh Bonwell will win it here tonight. Congrats.
What a finish.
What a race.
Finish. That was awesome. McCanny come out of nowhere and gave everybody a great ending. That's awesome. Good job, guys. Good win by Josh Bonwell.
Scott, you want to
That was
interview the
incredible.
winner?
I'll let you do the winner, Rudy.
Okay.
I'm going to go get some water.
Okay. Josh Bonwell, you got a copy.
Yes, sir, Rudy. How you doing?
Well, congrats on your win there, brother. We were a little concerned there after you and Nathan tapped if you had enough damage on that car that it was going to affect you. You knew Randy McCanny was, man, he tried every way humanly possible to get around you. Tell me about them last few laps there with you and Nathan getting together and everything.
Well, me and Nathan we're running pretty good there. And I knew I had a little bit faster car than him in the long run, and I wanted to get around him. And I misjudged a little bit going into one there and came up as he was coming down. And I hate that happened between me and him, and a big, big apology to him.
Well, yeah, I know you didn't mean to do it, but it's like you said, you were coming up and he was coming down. He was trying to protect that position. He was trying to keep you pinched down on the bottom to make you lift, which he had done several laps before that. We were watching, and but this time you kind of come up the hill and pushed him up the hill. It's like, no, you're not going to push me down. This is coming to the end of this, and that's not going to happen. If we're going to race this out to the end, this is the way we're going to race, So you kind of did what you had to do, and he kind of did what he had to do. But congrats on this win, man. What a fantastic race. We were just super impressed with the racing out there of everybody.
Yeah, it was a really good race. Everybody did a really good job tonight. A lot of good cars.
Yeah, yes, there was. Well, you bring it into first tonight. I don't know how much this is going to affect the points, but with Joshua Sousey, our points leader, not having quite as good a night tonight, this is going to change up a little bit things in the points. But anybody special you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys. MaxSpeedTV, you do a great job with us. BGR, they're a great team for me to drive with. Sam Maxwell Customs, Carolina Simworks, Racing Warehouse. Everybody does a great job. Special thanks to Paul and SMS Series. I have a lot of fun.
Very good. All right. Well, thanks, buddy, and go celebrate, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Have a good night, Rudy.
Good job, Bonwell.
All right, Scott, you got Randy McCanny?
Yes, sir. Randy McCanny, you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Randy, was this your debut race here tonight here for Southern Motorsports?
I raced once this winter with him, but yes, this is my first league race with him.
I thought so. I was just looking at the points. I didn't see your name in there, and you started 11th tonight, and you came back there at the end and put on quite a show for everybody there at the end. You got to be feeling pretty good, being that it's pretty much your debut race.
Yeah, definitely. I was just kind of riding. I thought it was the Josh and Josh show. I didn't have anything for those guys until they started racing, then that contact. But all in all, a great night.
Did you burn up your tires there when you went for the one move, or did you just not think that you didn't want to risk it there at the end? What was the story there at the end?
Yeah, I had one chance. My tires were shot. I had one chance. If I would have tried another one, I was afraid I was going to get into them. So just try everything I could, but that's all I had.
Well, looking at the schedule, I see we're going to Phoenix next week. You going to be there for Phoenix next week? And if you are, what's the battle plan for Phoenix?
Yes, sir. I'll be there for next week. As far as battle plan, it's probably the same as tonight. Going to save tires, hope for long green runs. Car's really good on the long run.
Well, I wish you luck, and I hope everything goes well. You got anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys, Rudy, MaxSpeedTV, everything you guys do. Great broadcast. Also, Paul for hosting the league. It's a great league, bunch of great drivers. Really enjoying it.
All right, Randy, we'll go celebrate, man, because you put on quite the show there at the end. Gave the folks watching on TV something to cheer about there in those last couple laps. So good job tonight on second place, buddy. We'll see you next week at Phoenix.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Hey, Randy, you got a second?
I do.
You had me cheering for you, man. That was incredible. I mean, you really hadn't been a factor for the lead for all race, and at the end, you chased down the leader and you almost had him. I mean, shout out to you, man. That was an incredible effort. You had me yelling. I mean, that was awesome.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
You go back and listen, man. I was excited. It was a good time.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I was just praying for them to race.
That was super impressive racing, Randy. That really was. I mean, you know, you come from 11th and you just kept that car intact all day. The Ford EcoBoost car just looked great out there. And I know you were trying everything you could to, you know, looking for any way you could to get by Bonwell, but it just wasn't meant to be this week.
No, it wasn't. I had enough tire for one move. I was hoping, and that's all I had. I didn't want anything more. I would have wrecked myself or wrecked somebody else.
All right. Thanks for talking with us, Randy. And again, congrats.
Thanks, Rudy. Good job on the broadcast. Appreciate you doing it.
Thank you, sir. Well, we don't have third place in here, Tyler Whaley. I thought he was in TeamSpeak, but I guess not. But Tyler Whaley will come in third. All right. Well, let's run down through the results here, Scott, and we'll get the heck out of here then. I know they were wanting me to play a replay. I don't know what replay it was, but anyhow, Josh Bonwell coming home the winner here tonight. Randy McCanny in second. Tyler Whaley third. Tony Gray fourth. Chris Wood, great effort by Chris Wood tonight, coming in fifth. Lupe Gonzalez in sixth. Eric Borelli in seventh. David Harvey finishing 8th, Jeffrey Smith 9th, and Anthony Cianci in the top 10. Scott?
Our points leader, Joshua Salsi, finishes 11th. Seth Hatchell, 12th. Jeff Glockner, 13th. Lyman Vanderweg, 14th. Craig Sykes, 15th. Nathan Miller, we saw that unfortunate incident there at the end. Nathan led a lot of laps tonight. Looked like he was well on his way to a victory. It didn't work out that way. He finishes 16th tonight. Richard Suda, 17th. Ryan Gemmel, 18th. William Lee, 19th. And Blake Haynes rounds out the top 20. Rudy?
All right, Brad Hicks, second place in points. Bad finish for him tonight. Finishing 21st. Paul Zoda caught up in a couple of different wrecks there, finishes 23rd. Robert Moyer, boy, fantastic looking car out there with that M&M's car, sharp looking, but he finishes in 23rd. And rounding out the field, Josh Mayu back here in 24th position. So again, congratulations to our winner here, Josh Bonwell. Man, what a race, guys.
Yes, it was. I enjoyed it very much. You guys put on a pretty good show every time I come and broadcast a race with you over here, and tonight was no different.
It just was amazing. I know, Captain Kirk, you were pretty excited. Just kind of give me your insight of the race tonight.
Man, I miss calling races. You know, I love racing, obviously. You know, I try to do as much as I can, but this was a good time. I mean, I'm sick as heck. I got a horrible sore throat. I got a migraine pounding so back I can hear my heartbeat in my ears, but I was still yelling, getting all excited. I mean, that was incredible. Awesome finish and awesome calling the shots with you guys. It just really flowed and worked real well, and it was a heck of a lot of fun. It was a great race to watch.
And I just want to say something about Chris' performance tonight. I can't believe it's been 3 years since you called a race because you stepped into the booth tonight like you've done it for the last 3 years.
Well,
Good
thanks,
job
man.
tonight, man. Hey, you did a hell of a job, dude. Good job.
It's a lot of listening to you and Rudy when I go back and watch the broadcast, so I guess I'll learn from you guys.
Very good. All right,
you did great tonight, William. Rudy,
Thanks,
as
man.
always, a pleasure calling a race with you, buddy.
Yep, and it was good having you in the Kirk, William, in the booth with us, where William. It was great.
Yeah.
Having
Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
It was good, man. That was awesome. Thanks for helping out, and we appreciate it very, very much. So, all right, guys. Well, we will see you tomorrow night for, I believe, the Drag Kings will be starting 8:10 p.m. Eastern on the live iRacing portal. So we'll see you then. Until then, stay safe and have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a great night.